everyone. I hope today we have a good day. So today we gonna discuss about culture heritage. Before that, I'm gonna introduce myself and three panels that will be with us today. My name is Nikno Habibah binti Yaakob as moderator. Cik Nadia Natasha as first panel, Cik Nur Natasha as panel 2, and Cik Nur Zahizaitu Akma as panel 3 for today. So, culture heritage. We know that culture heritage is the most important to us because culture heritage is the remain of physical artifact and intangible characteristics of a group of society that are inherited from previous generations, maintained in the present that preserve for future generations. These legends include visible culture. Therefore, this is culture heritage needs to be maintained even if it is considered something out of date because it is our culture forever and we need to maintain it. So the culture heritage that stand out today is Batik. Batik is an art that pattern an interesting piece of clothes and there are various types of beautiful pattern with a touch of flora and fauna motif. The method of batik production is also complicated, but the consumption of batik is modern time has decreased and is increasingly being forgotten, whereas batik is part of culture in Malaysia, such as the use of sarung clothes and so on. However, in this increasingly advanced economic age, most people are increasingly forgotten about culture heritage, such as the use batik in everyday life. Therefore, this is a hot topic to be discussed for today. So, we already know a little bit about batik, but I want to ask someone who is more expert. So, Cik Nur Zahizaitu Akma, I want to ask you about why do you think that culture heritage, which is batik, is still important or relevant to our generations?
Okay, thank you Habibah for asking me. Batik art varies according to the country and culture in an area. In Malaysia, batik is known as a form of traditional handcraft that is famous and loved by some layer of society. Malaysian batik has its own uniqueness. The motif found in Malaysian batik are influenced by the environment such as flora and fauna. This motif result from the sensitivity and observation of traditional society toward their environments. Batik is also a symbol of human appreciation for nature and effort to apply natural element in life. In this country as well, batik is widely used not only as everyday clothes, sarung fabric or dress for social events and formal occasions, but some even use batik as tablecloths, pillowcase and bedsheets. Now, batik are many new patterns of batik that are dubbed as modern batik to meet the changing taste of people according to the current tide of change. Therefore, it is clear that traditional batik remain relevant and remain in demand throughout the age. That's all from me. Thank you.
Yes, I agree. If not ready, then who will take care of our culture heritage? So, I want to ask Cik Natasha a question about how can we cultivate the interest of the younger generation to preserve this culture heritage, which is batik? And what are the measures that can be taken?
Okay, thank you, moderator. In my opinion, the step to preserve cultural heritage, such as batik, is to make batik exhibition in places that are the focus of many people. This batik exhibition can make visitors interested in getting to know batik more deeply. For example, in the exhibition, the types of batik that are in Malaysia can be displayed. One example is Pelangi batik, block, screen, and shanting batik. In addition to being exhibited, you can also put interesting information about batik, such as batik history, price, and the origin of the batik. Batik exhibition can also be held in shopping malls, schools, and centers that are the focus of many people, so that this batik exhibition gets a high response. This will cause batik to be known by many regardless of age group. In the exhibition, you can also do various interesting activities so that the exhibition does not look boring. Applying batik information in the subject of visual art education. This is because the presence of batik in the PSV subject will cause the community to be educated about batik from the very beginning. This will also attract young people to get interested in batik, not just veterans. For example, they can do hands-on activity by sewing batik and how to process the batik. They will also hone their soft skills of drawing and coloring. If the students are able to practice batik in the PSB subject, this batik will not disappear and become more popular. Next, the media can do interesting TV programs about the steps to maintain cultural heritage, one of which is batik. With the program in place, information about batik will be easy to spread regardless of age group. For example, creating a program where moderators and panelists can discuss how to preserve the batik tradition into the future. The TV show program can also invite skilled and famous motivational experts such as this person who is an expert of batik. For example, Mr. Mat Gani bin Mat is a well-known block batik expert in Malaysia. He will give a lot of knowledge in the program, and the viewers who watch will get knowledge about batik indirectly. That's all from me.
Thank you, Natasha. I agree with your statement. In my opinion, batik is a traditional Malay textile that is unique and rich in beauty or aesthetic. Both combine cultural elements that symbolize pattern, view, and thoughts in society. Batik is used to make hijab, shirt, sarung clothes, or loose batik, and is used in formal events and public events. Batik art is one of the culture that become the identity of the Malaysian nation. Therefore, proactive and continuous steps needs to be taken in order to dignify it again. This is because the people in our country are less exposed to traditional practice and handicraft that are the heritage of our ancestors batik. Batik entrepreneurs must play an important role. They have to dare to invest money to be used as capital for their business. Good agreement and cooperation can produce ideas and products of quality and variety that can meet government policies and the aspiration of the people. For example, batik entrepreneurs can create batik training institute and integrate marketing companies to train skilled workers. This indirectly can further dignify our batik through healthy competition between batik entrepreneurs in our country. The next generation of young people can be part of the local culture that can display the culture of the nation. May the heritage of the nation treasured be well preserved. That's all for me. Thank you. Oh wow, our discussion is getting interesting, but I want to go to the larger scope of this discussion. So Nadia, what are So Nadia, what are the impact of the cultural heritage, which is batik, to the economy and to the tourism sector in our country?
Thank you, Habiba. In my opinion, culture tourism is one of the largest and fastest growing global tourism markets. Culture and creative industry are increasingly being used to promote destination and enhance their competitive and attractiveness. Many locations are new activities development. Their tangible and intangible culture assets new active serve as a means of developing competitive advantage in an increasingly competitive tourism marketplace and to create local distinctiveness in the face of globalization. The impact of culture on tourism examines the governing relationship between tourism and culture and the way in which they have together become major drivers of destination attractiveness and competitiveness. Based on recent case studies that illustrated the difference nature of the relationship between tourism, culture and regional activeness, and the policies interventions which can be taken to enhance the relationship, his publication show how a strong link between tourism and culture can be fostered to help places become more attractive to tourists as well as increasing their competitiveness as location to live, visit, work and invest. That's all from me. Thank you.
I agree with you, Nadia.
I also agree with Cik Zahizaitul Akmal and Cik Nadia point of view. So I want to ask the last question to Cik Natasha about, do you wish that this cultural heritage will be practiced by the future generation? And can you give me an opinion, Natasha?
Thank you, moderator. Yes, I want cultural heritage to be practiced by future generation. This is because this cultural heritage is able to dignify the name of Malaysia on the world stage. For example, if this cultural heritage is always remembered and taken care of by the public, it will cause outsiders to think that Malaysia has a united society regardless of religion to jointly take care of this cultural heritage. Everyone needs to know that this cultural heritage is very important to take care of so that the younger generation will know that this cultural heritage exists. Besides that, will cause the next generation to have a good moral values. This cultural heritage has a good content for the next generation to take a good education. For example, in the cultural heritage, there is apply how to maintain the manners of the religions, recognize the tables of the other culture and so on. Therefore, they will learn indirectly how to form good moral values. New generation will also follow good morals like the old generation. In addition to that, can also attract tourists to come to our country one day. If the young generation practices this heritage culture, it will cause the museum to be carefully maintained. It will cause tourists to come to see the treasure maintained by the young and old generation. This will also indirectly increase the country's economy because many tourists invest their money to come to our country. That's all from me.
Okay, very clear what was delivered by Cik Natasha. The conclusion here is that every cultural heritage must always be nurtured in the community so that cultural heritage, especially batik, will not disappear, and all parties need to focus on the fading cultural heritage. If everyone is sensitive about cultural heritage, it will be maintained throughout the ages and not out of date. Until here, our forum this time accept everything because the panel is willing to share with us today. That's all from me. Bye and thank you everyone.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.